In this recording, we're going to assess interpretivist theories of our understanding of society. Weber is the founder of interpretivist theory, and he has argued that society is constructed through social interaction. Weber shares Marx's concern for the nature of capitalism and the importance of the economy, but claimed that capitalism could not be explained by a general theory because society is shaped by the ideas of the people. Weber believed an ideal type can be used to categorize and organize generalizations about society. Capitalism has consisted of a commitment to the accumulation of profit and the identification of profit as morally justified through hard work, and that Verstehen could explain the development of capitalism. Social existence revolved around inequality, and social stratification can be summarized as a struggle between class, status, and party. Power has two elements: coercion and authority, and capitalism was based on acceptance of authority as legitimate because it was based on three kinds of authority: charismatic, traditional, and rational. This leads to people consenting to those who control and a development of rational bureaucracy. However, Weber has been criticised by Marxists because they believe that he ignores conflict in society, and postmodernists would argue that bureaucratic organisations are now more flexible and less governed by rules. However, Ritzer positively supports Weber by arguing that bureaucracy was becoming equally important due to the irrationality of a rational society. So, symbolic interactionism is the main interactionist theory, and Mead is a supporter of interactionism. He believes that humans interact on the basis of symbols which are not descriptive but represent a line of action. Social reality is a social construction, and meaning is generated by discourse based on shared symbols. We learn the play stage and the game stage in childhood that gets on to fellow members of society. Society has a culture that allows to take on jobs, but not which type. So overall, functionalists would support the idea of socialisation within the family, whereas Mead's theory shows the importance of the individual, whereas functionalism shows the external impact of structure on guiding norms and values. And also, the problem with Mead's theory is that his idea of a culture is dangerously close to being a structure, as it limits the actions of the individual, whereas interpretivism is an action theory, not a structural theory. So Bloomer also supports symbolic interaction, and Bloomer believes that symbolic interaction rests on three premises. Humans interact on the basis of meanings. Meanings arise from the process of interaction, and meanings are the result of interpretive procedures. Bloomer believes that society is an ongoing process of interpretation, and people learn in advance of how to act, but this is only a general guideline and not followed in every situation. Functionalists would find Bloomer's theory useful because his theory isn't deterministic. Moreover, labelling theory has been demonstrated by Becker, who believes that labelling has three concepts. The definition of the label, for example, if it's defined as real, then it has real consequences. The looking glass self, such as the self-fulfilling prophecy, and a career, for example, if the person accepts the label and becomes a master status, or if they reject the label. Becker's theory is useful because it has been adopted by other sociologists in fields such as crime and deviance, such as Lemert did with stuttering. Moreover, Goffman supports the idea of a dramatical model, as people are actors who present themselves as if they were on stage. People have a process of impression management, and we use props to alter our impression, both front stage and backstage. So overall, Goffman has transformed the study of crime and deviance through labelling, and it has contributed to theories that combine structure and the agency, such as humanist Marxists. However, Goffman's theory approaches society in a vacuum. For example, there's no concern for history or social setting. For example, in terms of world development, dependency would question if poverty in the third world is a result of the historical process, such as colonialism, or simply an episode of interaction. Also, Goffman's theory is too consensual because there is a distinct existence of differing cultural forms, and Marxists would argue that the sources of meanings cannot be explained by symbolic interactionism. Schultz supports phenomenology and argues that we are not detached observers but wide awake to the here and now. We have natural routines and a great deal of practical knowledge to help us with this. Each individual has different experiences, and so no two people have a shared reality. Humans organise the world around them by classifying phenomena into typifications which build a common sense knowledge which can create shared understanding, which build an illusion of reality, but this is just a shallow illusion. Moreover, Garfinkel supports the idea of ethnomethodology, and this is when phenomenology is applied to society. So Garfinkel believes that social reality is fiction, and he showed this by setting up breaching experiments which demonstrate the indexicality of situations, as the victims had no index to characterize the actions, so then became perplexed. Garfinkel believes that mainstream sociology portrays people as cultural dopes, and we need to use the documentary method instead. However, Garfinkel has been criticised by Goldthorpe, who believes that if members of society don't recognise the existence of objects and events, then they are unaffected by them. Also, Barrett and Da Silva believe that ethnomethodology provides little explanation for social change. So in conclusion, interactionist theory is useful because it shows how humans can create meanings, but it ignores the structure of society.